one-day webinar, Being Better for Business, organized by the Innovation and Entrepreneurship Development Center of Mar Basilios Institute of Technology and Science, Kodamangalam, Ernakulam.
Dr. T.P. Shashikumar is with us.
Dr. TPS is with us, who will be able to take you to any dimension of your aspirations, to be precise, whether it is on the higher studies, whether it is on the research side, or you wanted to develop your own industries, your entrepreneurial skills, or if you wanted to have him as a mentor, he is already ready for doing his consultants. I am really glad that a person of his caliber, who can guide numerous students, faculty members, and even for senior people from his wisdom of knowledge. So it's really great moment for all of us.
Thank you MBITS for hosting me again. We met July 30th, 18 days back. I'm sure it's because of my brother Dr. Sojan Lal that I'm here back again. As Dr. Sojan was mentioning, we have few people who repeatedly come, and I am also blessed that few earlier participants are attending most of my sessions, like Jimmy Matthew is one who is there. Maybe almost all the programs what I did after that, Jimmy was part of my team where we have discussions, dialogues, a lot of things are happening around. So that is the interest anyone should have when you are able to find something of your interest, something of your passion. You must be able to get hooked onto that. That is what is most appealing as far as somebody who has got a real interest in identifying what you want. That is one part. So second part of business is to hook on to that and then pursue in that. Because today's topic is that being better in business. Most of us are good in finding what is good for us. But what is lacking is that which pursue what we like. That persuasion, constant tagging is what is lacking. I found Dr. Sojan is very active in academics, very much into organizing programs. Then you can see the other day I got the news that Dr. Sajan is the secretary for the whole Kerala Engineering College Principals Association. He is the head. So if you show interest, if you show, assume that somebody is not organizing such programs, not at all active, do you think such person will be given the responsibility of becoming the secretary of the organization which connects most of the colleges together? It doesn't happen. So it's always, if you show interest, people around you, the organizations around you will keep holding your hands. Most of the people say that, yeah, I have this ability, but nobody is calling me. I can do this, but I am not getting opportunity. Actually, this is not really correct. That is, if you have interest, you will start creating your own activities. That is what is called entrepreneurship. entrepreneurship doesn't require anybody's hand holding. But unfortunately, in engineering colleges, entrepreneurship has become one of the activity like any other teaching activity. So what will happen at the end of entrepreneurship programs? I know Asia's largest entrepreneurship incubation center. They are also having students coming from different parts of the different states of India and then stay there 6 months. They conduct a program and then go with a certificate. They have entrepreneurship. It's like a poet. You conduct a program for writing poetry and say this person has got a poetry attitude, but he never wrote a poetry by himself. No poems for him. Why is it happening? Because basically people are lazy. What is being better in business is show that extra mileage of interest. It's almost 3-4 years back I had been to Fiji. Fiji is Indian Ocean and Pacific Ocean starts. People generally don't travel to such places because it takes almost 36 hours. No direct flight. You have to be in Hong Kong and stay there for 7 hours for a next connecting flight. By the time you reach 1.5 days is over. I was there as part of a government team to give a seminar. But then people waiting for longer time, we know they are for such remote places. In Hong Kong airport, I hooked on to somebody and then asked him, are you also going to Fiji? He said, yes. How do you know? I said, we know. We look at people who are there for a long time. We know you are for such remote places. And I met one professor from Dunbar, who is a great management professor. And we became close friends because we are sitting together. So we had 100 participants all across the globe, 17 countries to talk on Ramayana. And he was an expert in Ramayana and management principles. Yesterday evening I got a call that he is in Hyderabad to stay with his son. I generally don't like to go out, especially during the COVID, and every day there are some programs. Today I have this program. Morning I had some other session with some student from Delhi. But yesterday when he called, I was busy, so I called him back and then I asked him, where are you staying? So it's almost 6 kilometers, but 6 kilometers in Hyderabad takes almost 45 minutes to drive. Traffic is such bad that you in Begumpet, airport side, But then morning I told him I will be there at 11 o'clock. I went there, had spent 1.5 hours. I gifted a few of my books in which my Fiji trip also is a poem. He was so happy. After retirement, he is on a trip to meet his relative. I told him what happens to me these days, because for last 500 days I am inside my house, lot of webinar. I am resistant to go out. So if somebody gives me a call, I will use that opportunity and jump and then reach there. Because how long you can be? You will become lethargic, because every one of us have got blood inside us, and blood is highly viscous fluid. I know I am talking to engineering college. Highly viscous fluid. Viscosity has got a problem which is called retardation and relaxation. That's a basic character of the fluid. So what will happen when you are in rest position? You love to be in rest. When you are running, you love to be running. That's a basic character of human being, because the blood is highly viscous. So what is to be done? You need to change that. How do you change that? You keep running. So how do you become a better business? And there are a lot of triggers coming to us. Now why people don't switch on video? That is how you are. That is the lethargy people have. You are not used to that. Therefore what happens? You think that I can switch on this and then go and do some other job. I don't have to be. No, here you need your attention. You have to glue on to this. There you can switch on and then go somewhere else also, nothing wrong. Now when this character doesn't change, which is why we are like this. How many of you use laptop or mobile in which every app, every program, every operating system, every software keep on asking you, there is an update available, you want to update or not? It keeps on coming, right? Do you keep on telling that I don't want updates? Assume you keep on telling that you don't want updates. What will happen? In the new environment, it will not be able to run. New software will not be acceptable. And after some time, you become too slow. Your system becomes too slow. That is how our life also. Assume you don't update yourself. You don't accept the updation, though there are triggers. We know the system will be overloaded and after some time it will not work. That's what happens to each one of us. If you don't update ourselves, if you don't become agile, if you don't become active, definitely we will become useless after some time. So how do you become better and better? Update. How do you update it? Because there are a lot of triggers coming from. Externally, there are a lot of triggers coming. See, morning I was asking Dr. Sojan, what shall we discuss today? It's not that I don't know my business, but I am sure I must know that what set of participants are there. So he gave a beautiful answer. More students shall be attending. Guidance to start, sustain, develop challenges, dynamic requirement of changes. This is what I am saying, dynamic requirement of changes. As we grow, how do you collaborate with opportunities around? That's the update which we want. Then this clicked me. Oh, this is what I should speak to you today. And people and financial management. Definitely there are a lot of sessions available on HR aspects. You know, AICT once upon a time decided to have BTech with MBA. Add one more year program along with the BTech. Some of the programs like mechanical engineering in many of the universities, they have added management subjects also as part of engineering, because shop floor management, technology management, all these are part of engineering subjects. Even that is being taught in MBA, it's a big problem because people don't understand if you don't have the professional knowledge of how to work. Therefore, AICT decided BTech plus MBA can be given together, but takers were not there because financial management, people management, marketing, all these are slightly different concept. But you see, most of the MBA programs intake is mostly from engineering background. So you need to understand what is that people require. Otherwise you become useless to them. So there is an attitude change when you jump from professionalism to the higher structure of managing. I keep saying every one of us join as a scientist, then after some time we become scientist managers. We have to manage a lot of scientists. That's true. Part of everybody's job is that. Earlier we had a chairman from Kerala. After Madhavan Nair, Radhakrishnan came. Radhakrishnan's very specialization was budgeting. He was very good in budgeting, because when you become chairman, you need to know a lot of budgeting. Multidisciplinary, that is what the next one. Dr. Sajan mentioned multidisciplinary. See, you may be good in one, not good enough to live in this world. You need to know many things parallel. Don't think that, oh, I will learn it after my graduation. Such people will lose their time. You have to go along with this. Up to 10th class, we have different subjects. But after 10th, you are specializing into something. After 12th, too much of specialization again. When you go for masters, again specialization. When you do PhD, I keep saying in mathematics we say PhD is knowing more and more about less and less. Knowing more and more about less and less. Too much of specialization in which you become maybe most knowledgeable. But in mathematics there is a saying, more and more is infinity. Less and less is nothing. So you know infinite knowledge about nothing. That is what is PhD is. So when you reach there, maybe after my PhD I joined Department of Space. My job was take satellite image and look at Earth and then find what's happening there. I remember Kabul, Quetta, all these places, airport in Afghanistan, I started looking 25-30 years back. So when I saw pictures of Kabul yesterday where people were moving, I was looking at it, oh, these sort of images. Maybe today much better resolution. Those days we had less resolution. When Indian aircraft was hijacked and kept there, I was the person who gave satellite image to know where to go and then how to catch them and all that. That was my policing job with the satellite image. But when I have to look at it, I must know the geography of Afghanistan. Where I left my geography, social science class in 10th class and then did PhD in mathematics. But when I got a job, I had to come back to my geography. So if somebody says, oh, my background is this, when Helena was mentioning about my background, I was saying all these are useless. All this background doesn't make any difference in your life. You want to be good in business, you must show your foreground. So what is my foreground today? Because of lot of activities like this, I have given a role in a new university setup which has got a different concept that's called International University for. Generally we have internship. How do internship work? When you are in a college, when you have a degree, you can go for internship. Now this university, what does it do? It looks at people who are already working and then asks them to do a program in the college. Reverse. College will send the students to do work in the company. Now I am part of a university where I identify people who are already working. They couldn't pursue their studies. Ask them to make their experience into a document and submit and get a degree for their experience. So I am part of IIU, International Internship University. So there are a lot of changes happening, by which the other day when I was attending a program, we had a multicultural challenge because the program was attended by Pakistanis, Israel, Africa, nearly 51 country people were there in my webinar. So 250 students all across the globe. So all the points what Dr. Sojan mentioned in the few lines, I was connecting each one of that word in what I am today. And ultimately what I liked the most is students are going to ask a lot of questions. I don't have to speak at all. Right? So this 20 minutes of my introduction, I think it's good enough. I can go on and on and allowed to do that also. But then I found there are a lot of activities which probably required by people looking at what can change them. With one sloka which I like to quote and then stop. Every one of us have seen the sun. I keep saying sun is the best example to learn lot of things in this world. Sun is the greatest manager because it serves its light to everyone without discrimination. It will not see which caste you belong to, which creed you belong to, which part of geographical region you are. Sun gives light to everyone. Depends on whether you are showing face to sun or not. If you don't show face, sun cannot help because the planet has to go around to see, oh, I am here, give me light. Once that light is given, definitely it is you to use. But then when we look at sun, we will see in the early morning with red light, late in the evening red light, but during daytime in the sun, maybe 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock, we see bright white light. Is it sun changing light, or we are seeing it different? We are seeing it different because the distance is too much. In the early morning and evening, the refraction. C.V. Raman explained this long back. But there is a great message from this. What is that message? Udaye Savita Rekto. In when Udayam, it looks like Rektavarna, the reddish color. Rektascha Astamaye Tatha. In Astamayam, evening, also it has got Rektavarna. One is waking up, the another one is landing back. One is coming, the other one is going. So when either coming or going, it has got same color. Sambattova, Vibattova. When you are getting money or you are losing money. In both time, the color is same. This is what the representation of sun shows. Mahatam eka rupata. Mahatam eka rupata. Your mahatvam, your greatness will be seen in this aspect. You become great, either it comes to you or it goes from you, you remain same. So what is being better in business is that attitude towards life. Whether I get a job or not, doesn't matter. Whether I attitude towards the neighborhood, whether around me there is a good environment or not, doesn't matter. I will use it as best as I can. If that attitude is there, I am sure you can perform well. So that is why I keep saying performance P, better business is I have to perform 100% best in my life. How do I perform? The performance P is equal to attitude A. You have to have the attitude of the sun. Then opportunity, it's there everywhere, open for everybody. Provided you have good attitude. What is essential? You will develop your skill. How do you develop your skill? That's what in the first beginning I said, you have to update yourself. The old weapon will not work. Once you start, there is a beautiful story about a woodcutter. Keep on cutting the wood. If you don't sharpen, after some time it will not be useful. Each one of us have to sharpen ourselves. With this message, I think open for discussions and asking questions. Good enough, Sojan sir?
Thank you, sir. Let the students start asking.
Yeah.
Now the question is open to students or any participants. Please unmute yourself, put on the video and you can ask the questions so that it will be more live and interactive. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr. T.
Sir, I have one question.
Yeah. Introduce yourself. I know Arvind, but others may not know.
Yeah, this is Arvind Balan. I'm from Palakkad. Like I was working abroad and presently I'm in home. My question is regarding this sustainable development and circular economy. This circular economy and sustainable. Nowadays we hear everywhere is sustainable development, as if like environment has deteriorated completely. So can you just explain that one, sir? What like
Sustainable.
What is that sustain?
Yeah.
What to sustain?
Yeah, sustainable development has become a good word. Probably after global warming, United Nations. See, if every country has to take some word, we have to use beautiful words. So sustainable development has become a word and many people start discussing. The other day, International Internship University's program was also called sustainable development. Because when you keep talking about sustainable development, the world will look at it. Because that is one of the tag word of United Nations. Earlier, global warming, environment. What is sustainable? How best this generation can live better. But next generation, are we leaving something for them? If we live more for them, this living becomes more sustainable. But the constraint, I don't know whether Aravind attended my earlier sessions on this, or you look at my very specific webinars on sustainable development discussions with the youth. There are beautiful discussions. Aravindo College Delhi made youth discussions along with me, I think. In that, I asked 2 cinemas to be seen. One is Seaspiracy and one is Cowspiracy. This will explain what is United Nations concept of sustainability. When I am eating 1 kg meat, actually I am drinking gallons of water, because meat production is non-sustainable job. Therefore, what has happened, the most powerful countries in the world, they are all meat eaters, and they cultivate, like we are cultivating maybe paddy. For them, meat is the biggest farm. Therefore, what do? If somebody tells them that this consumes a lot of water, that idea will not be taken. So what is sustainable for them? Delete that, and then there is a carbon, because their mechanizations are all advanced, so there is less of pollution. When it comes to India, our vehicles have got more pollution because we use maybe old vehicles. It is not maintained well. The cost is much. We buy new vehicle, but maintenance we are very bad. See, in Gulf, if you have got a car with a small scratch on that, police will catch you and tell you to explain where the scratch has come to you. Aravind knows that. Therefore, in Dubai and all, you need to have, you will not see any other color vehicle, only white. White color only. And they will charge you for having a scratch on your car. Imagine. And once you have an accident, you have to leave it there, somebody will take it. We cannot afford that. So India's sustainability is entirely different from Gulf sustainability. It is entirely different from America. So as a whole world, what is sustainability is a big question. Now assume that I want some fish which I can use it for my entertainment. Dolphin has to be caught. But when somebody goes to catch a dolphin live, I will not be able to catch a dolphin alone. I will catch maybe another 1,000 fish. And what do the dolphin catchers will do? They will just kill them or maybe throw them back into the sea with half dead. And it is identified that most of the fish die in sea because the fish net is a waste which is thrown in the sea back. And fish are hooked on that. Seaspiracy movie is beautiful, which got released in this 2021 March. We have not seen, see that to understand what is sustainability. That producer of the movie have got hidden cameras and then covering a lot of activities around the world, and he critically analyzes and says sustainability is the worst word which is polluted today in the world. But still we have to do seminars, we have to do, and imagine sustainable development we are discussing, which started almost 2015. Now 7 years is over, and up to 2030. And still we are discussing. We have not even got it. Where what we want is, we wanted to collaborate with other countries which require help. Now you imagine we are not able to help our own neighboring country like Afghanistan when there is a real requirement and problems. So these are all in the what UNDP was doing long back. United Nations Development Programs, which were not looking at environment. So today people said 17 points are listed under Sustainable Development Program and said this is what you should look at. Again, it's an academic activity, nothing much. In the context of the fourth industrial revolution, how it is going to deepen the difference between people. We have a lot of reasons to look at it very carefully now. The main reason for corona, now a lot of researchers, a lot of thinkers are understanding that it is not one nation, it is the whole business people in the world which are all into pharmacy business started this biggest problem. So you can imagine what is sustainability now. Few people wanted to make money, and they are probably much richer than most of the country themselves, are creating this trouble. So where are we talking about sustainability in this, and who can actually catch them, right? So there are a lot of aspects which can be understood to take care of inclusiveness. For us, inclusiveness is everybody has got a bank account, we are inclusive society. It is not true. Having bank account is not enough. We need money also in the bank. Then only it becomes inclusive. So that inclusiveness for the whole world is what sustainable development is looking for. It's a beautiful concept, sharing concern for every small people and every small country. I keep on mentioning, if you have some love towards humanity, at least have concern about this. I keep looking at how the African people live. Maybe young youth fellows have to do hard work to earn livelihood. Whereas lavishly in the other part of the world, people waste a lot of things. And this concern is what we can share each other and share some portion of what we earn to somebody else. Good. It's a good question.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, Ganesh. Introduce better.
Okay. So I'm Ganesh Reda. I'm an alumnus of MBITS, proud alumnus, and I run a startup company, Laptop System. So I had a question related to entrepreneurship and startups in general, but since your take on sustainability was really amazing. I mean, it's quite an honest feedback, the sort of thing that no one else would say, about financial privileges and disparities across countries and economies. But relating to that, that's a question. I mean, it's a two-part question. First of all, I'm an entrepreneur. I mean, budding entrepreneur. So when you start something new, where do you actually draw the distinction between risk-taking and absolute, I would say, foolishness? In a sense, like, I hope you got the point. How do we know if you're just daring to do something new? I mean, I'm talking this from a sustainable point of view. Like people like Elon Musk, when they start a company like Tesla, we know there's a lot of marketing involved, right? Electric cars, at least the ones offered by Tesla, aren't the most green ones out there. You know, if you look at the carbon footprint of extracting lithium and everything like that. So when you make a prediction if a business model is going to work out, and especially when you sell it on a pre-planned agenda that you hope most people would buy. So when you do something like that, and I'm not necessarily talking about that in general, I'm just trying to be as gentle as possible. But when you start a business in the first place, you have a sort of understanding about what the society perceives, right? Even if it's some topic like sustainability. So where do you actually draw the kind of, I would say, a sort of distinction between the one I told before, actual risk-taking and, some sort of gambling? Because there has to be lots of things. We make business plans, we do all sorts of analytics and everything to see what it works out. But at the end of the day, we don't even believe in rational economics, right? Even economics has become behavioral economics and everything. So in such a world, how do we draw the distinction? And as someone who is just getting started with it, how do we actually know if we are going to succeed? I mean, it's not like, okay, I don't want zero risk involvement or something like that, but how do we know if we are moving in the right direction or in the wrong direction? Like, is it the time to sharpen the axe, or is it just the time to keep on cutting the tree? How do we actually kind of know that?
Understood. Where are you working, Ganesh?
I'm actually, I run a company.
Where?
Ernakulam itself is actually incubated by the college itself.
Okay, so what is that product you are into?
We are into non-destructive testing of infrastructure like dams and all those things. So we have robotics-based solutions for inspection. We have, and again, it's mostly on design, but we have sort of things like stock inspection devices based on magnetic imaging.
Ganesh, anybody who jumps into these sort of activities like what Ganesh Sridhar is doing, I have only one message. You are already successful. You are already successful. There is nothing called successful after some time. Because jumping into such an activity itself is the success. What is success? Success is a succession of successes in your life. So every step becomes a success. And probably the question, is it risky? Is it going to be trouble tomorrow? That will be there, because when you are in a society who are connected totally in a network of We have to convince our relatives, we have convinced our friends, we have to convince our neighbors, even enemies we have to convince, because otherwise they will create problems to us. In such a societal commitment what we have, see, traditionally Westerners were great travelers. They were great inventors because their societal commitment was too less. They have freedom. So what is lacking in probably like a place India, especially in Kerala, we are more concerned about others than ourselves. So we find out what can be done to disturb them. Political disturbances, the religious disturbances, these are all too much. So individually, if you have already gone into something which is not normal, you know what is generally called a norm? Everybody has to form the norm. We have to work with the norms. That's what generally people say. What is the norm? That is the short form of normal. I love people, those who are not normal. Understood? When we had the office, in my office, computerization started. Everybody wanted to fill up the form. So when I was asked to fill up the form, generally what is the form will have? There is a norm for the form. What is the government forms? I was in a government, traditional strike government, 30 years back. Name, employment code, designation, salary. When I wanted to fill up, I did not fill up all this, and then I just gave my employment code and then given. Then administrative officer, where are the rest? I said, then what I wrote is, I wrote some name there, some salary there, some designation there. You want something to be filled up. Did I fill up? Are you happy? I asked you. Then he said, these are all wrong. Oh, you know this is wrong. Therefore, you know what is right. Why are you asking me? Why do you waste my time and your time? We are talking about the computerization. So don't ask me anymore. We should only put employment code, rest should be with you. Correct? This is going against normal. But that developed into computerization of administration in my office. I said, don't ask anything. Straight away, one information is good enough. So understand, you are simply unaware of the success which you are into. That is what happened to the administrative officer. He is already into a success path, but he is unaware of the success. Most of the entrepreneurs have this fear, not internally by themselves. You are unaware of, Ganesh is unaware of your success. But you are more aware of the risk involved. Because many people will talk about risk only, no? Okay. So what are you controlled by? You are controlled by immediate income. Don't get controlled by immediate income. Then success is not there. These are all different learnings. You are now quoting great business people like Elon Musk. You are talking about the lithium. I was so happy that you talked about the carbon footprint, not about the immediate benefit. There is a battery which is not polluting, but the internalized pollution is part of its invention. Many people don't understand this. My son keeps talking about this to me because he's a nuclear scientist. Got it? So he keeps saying battery is not a solution, electricity is not a solution, because there are a lot of underlying background which is, so immediate income is what controls you, then you are not into success. Don't seek peace of mind, then you are not in success. Don't tag values. You cannot have peace of mind. You have to be, a peace of mind is there only for people who can sleep in nice places, right? You have to have this drama around you which you should enjoy. Don't get panic about what is happening around you. People are talking, all that should be not your concern at all. Don't crave for more and more and more and more in your life. Little bit, but expand it to the highest. Have a very, very specific plan. Very, very specific plan. I did a lot of program with some of the colleges where they wanted to build satellites. I was teaching them how to do the program on them. So these are all like embedded in my brain. Any night also I can tell these points to you. You are an early bird. You are good because you started flying first. All others are behind you. So you need to create your own path. Nobody has shown a path to you. If somebody has shown a path to you, you are not an entrepreneur. You are not a creator. Understood? So be socially active, but don't care about them. You must know what is required for them, but don't take inputs from them, because you know what is that plan should be there with you. But give them a respect, because you have to have sustainable support from everyone in this world. If not today, tomorrow you need them. So don't make enemies. You hear, because they think that telling Ganesh that no, what you are doing is wrong is the love towards you. Because that is the general pattern. Your mother will tell you, this is not what you must get a monthly salary, that is best for you. Yes ma, I will get monthly salary, maybe we have to wait some more time. They may ask you, why are you not getting married? You will say, I want to finish this project, then married. Then you will say, yeah, this is almost getting over every day, because your interaction with them is only 1 second or 2 seconds or 2 minutes. But you are within yourself for the rest of your life. Understood? You have to help others who are in similar path, so that they will become partners. Don't help anybody who doesn't have your momentum.
Similar values, I guess.
Yeah, similar values, similar momentum. Or in fact, if I put it the other way, don't help anybody in business. You can be partners. You understood? Helping somebody who doesn't know anything, who doesn't do anything. Many people come to me, sir, can we collaborate? I said, you tell me what you have done. Sir, I have not started anything, but I wanted to do. I said, you do something, then come back to me. Otherwise, you are only feeding them. You have to be driven by yourself. And somebody is driven by themselves, hold hand with them. Otherwise, you will have to drag them with you. So your energy will go waste. That confidence should be there. But confidence should not become arrogance. Otherwise, your wisdom will be lost. Okay? You have to fight with yourself, which is your past, so that you can move further faster. That is what is the improvement which you should have. But always keep a discipline, keep a beautiful documentation. If you don't document, nobody will value this. Lot of patience. Documentation means patience. Documentation means you are looking at it. Documentation means discipline. Documentation also means you are saying no to something. Because your thoughts will become wild. Once you document, it becomes concretized.
So it's like a self-evaluation approach.
Documentation is always self-evaluation. Assume that, I'll tell you, I had a brother, before telephoning to even to a younger brother like me, my elder brother, he used to write down what he has to speak to me.
Yeah.
Hey, imagine, I had such a disciplined brother. Sometime when we look back, he told all that what I am supposed to learn from him, point wise. He had a lot of patience. His patience I don't have, because I don't document. Though I keep writing what I can. I don't.
I was writing what you were saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If that quality is there, I'm sure you are managing your time. Because you will not think on the same pattern again and again and again and again. Many people keep on thinking the same because they don't write. Once you write, you know, already have written, why should I think about it, right? Okay, don't blame anybody. Don't blame anybody else for your failure.
Yeah.
Okay, so don't waste your time in blaming, because each blame you make is actually wasting your time, not their time.
So again, that's the second part, because I asked you about sharpening the axe point, right? Because since we are a tech company like laptop, we are mostly into these sorts of things. So we already have some certain level of technical expertise, but we know we are just graduate students, fresh graduates, and we don't really know much about anything. So at this point, where do we find that distinction? Like, how much should we go into actual product development? How much should go into R&D? Because there has to be a lot of R&D, especially in the initial stage. But one of the problems I always face is that whenever you pitch an idea to, say, an investor, then they don't really care about R&D, right? It's always about product and implementation, business models. So, again, I think this is a nice analogy for this sharpening the axe part, right? Because the actual R&D is, obviously going to be your axe. And of course, the business skills and everything, management, the business plans and everything comes with a company. But again, at the end of the day, where do we actually find this distinction? Like, I'm at a point, I have certain products and I know, okay, this is where we stand. So should we go more into product development and pushing this and marketing the whole thing, or next campaign, or pitch this idea, or should we take maybe 6 months off from all this marketing and everything, or trying to pitch ideas, and should we focus it on develop the actual technology involved? So that's the sharpening the expert, because you told towards the beginning of the speech itself. So for a tech company that is more into experimental things, so how do you actually draw the distinction? Should we do R&D, or should we just go
See,
for product development?
the general management principle says that you have a mission, vision. This is what I want to do. What is mission? Is there anybody who is doing similar things around you? If you are not unaware, if you don't do research, if you don't understand, if you don't compare, if you don't make parallel with what others are doing, by the time you develop it, that will have no market. So I have an axe which I need to be sharpened, but somebody else came with the saw sort of a thing which is a chain. Then my axe is useless. He will cut better than me. So when I know that somebody else is making a better technology, I must get into them, understand how my technology can go along with them. So every time analyzing your competition, understanding what happening around you, that focus has to be there. Otherwise, most of the inventors becomes a failure because they didn't compare with what is happening around. Otherwise, you will sacrifice your making time and no result will come out of it. So service becomes accessible to people, or people accept service only when your design has got some specialization, something better which makes them easy to do activities. So that needs lot of care about looking at what is happening around the world. That research should be there along with your technical research. That is where you should become adaptable to change along with the time as proceeds. Because the other day somebody told me, sir, COVID time we wanted to measure the pulse of people. I've got a stethoscope which can be connected to this and take it. I asked him, already pulse meter is there. Yeah, what are you talking? It's a simple solution for 300 rupees around. Yeah, he never thought about it. Got it? So sometimes what happens, you overdo things and think entirely different. It's a different thought. But different thought should go tandem with how to prioritize and get the best out of it. It is not doing important things.
USPs.
Yeah. That's every time it is essential. Good.
Thank you, sir.
Ultimately, all of us want to make our goal happen. Reach full potential. Improving the focus. These are all things which you require. And procrastinating should be stopped. No, you should be instantaneous action. Wake up and start. Tushni bhav. That's what Vivekananda says. Don't become idle. Then you are almost done. Good. Good, Ganesh. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
There are 172 people. As Ramachandran Nair, earlier Chief Secretary of Kerala, I think he wrote a poetry, Janadibidamaya Nirjanada. Are you still loving this country? Yes, full of people, but effectively nothing. Yeah, come on. Sadhana P. Isaac, Jimmy Matthew, Dr. Verma is there.
Hello, sir.
Namaskar.
Sir,
First of all, I am not sir. Second, I am not hello.
I'm not audible.
Yeah, you speak.
So myself, Stella Sago, I have a doubt. According to you, what is the main risk that a businessman should face, and how can we reduce it?
There is a great story by Marwadi people in India is supposed to be, show your face, Chalam hold. There is a great, Marwadi people are supposed to be the best business people, and there is a story about the father teaching business to the son. The son asked the father, I want some money to start my business. He said, yes, I will give you, but go to the roof and jump from there. He said, if I jump, my leg will hurt. No problem, I will catch you. I am ready. I am going to catch you. You jump from there. So he went up, jumped down. But father did not catch him, and then he has fallen, broke his leg. So this was the first lesson. Don't believe anyone around you. There are a lot of such lessons which says, in business, if you are into business, what is essentially required is, you have to focus yourself. All the pitfalls have to be understood. Most of the people don't become business people. DrTPS can never do business. I can teach business management. Got it? So, to play with money or making money, if that is business, then that's a big deal. But here I think a better business we made. I am a scientist. My job, my business is being a scientist. So I am not talking about profit making, money making business. Do you know the synonyms for the word business? If you look at the synonyms for the word business, it have variety of meaning. If any activity which I do in my life for producing, buying, selling products, goods, which we'll talk about business management classes. I was a professor of management. Any activity which is enterprising, which can make into profit is business. That's a different business. But generally business means a matter or affair. In law terminology, business means, I am also LLB. So law terminology, business means any circumstance, any activity, anything, any issue, any action, any dialogue is also a business. Right? Any line of activity, occupation, profession, I am into the business of teaching. What does it mean? It doesn't mean that for after each lecture I will give a bill and make money. No. My benefit is after giving lecture, somebody got benefit out of it. If Stella Mall got some profit out of my lecturing, that's business. And what did I lose? I lost my time. If nobody got profit, nobody used me after this. Out of 180 people, nobody comes back to me with a question or a dialogue. Then my time is waste. Maybe after some time. Just now I got a message from somebody from Delhi. I was answering that before starting this when the introduction was being told. So that time, hello, this is somebody from LSR, Ladies Sri Ram College. I have heard you speaking on several times and I have been deeply inspired. So talk, may not be, it takes 6 months for somebody to arise from there and then give a reply. Therefore, teaching is a business in which your profit comes after a long time. Microeconomics and macroeconomics. This is an implicit economics. Microeconomics talks about only money business. But here teaching is a big job in which the benefit comes after some time, which you may not even know where to connect it. So each time it depends on what business you are talking about. Got it? So will you be able to explain what business and what profit you are talking about? Stella Mod, slept or what?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, which business?
No, I'm just asking the doubt. What is the main risk factor
That's what I'm
as
saying.
a part of knowledge?
Yeah, the knowledge, that is what I'm saying. It depends on which business. So when nobody comes back to me after a lecture, I'm taking a big risk.
Yes.
But again, MBIT calls me, I can again come. Because I don't know, no, the next group of people, there can be one Stellamol, one Ganesh, good enough. You understood? So what is my profit today? I got 2 good questions. And what is my profit there? It made me to think. See, I don't know what question you are going to ask, right? It is not a orchestra which is already planned and running here. So I am being creative. And that creativity is my brain. That is what my pleasure. At the end of the day, I feel, yeah, Ganesh asked a beautiful question. Stella asked a beautiful question. That's my credit today. So that is what Bhagavan, I am teaching Bhagavad Gita now, every Sunday in the United Nations Brotherhood of Yoga. So what do I tell there? Bhagavan said, don't worry about the benefit after doing the job. While doing job itself, as I am enjoying. That's why I told Ganesh also, don't worry about your happiness after the production. Now itself you are enjoying. See, a mount climbing person, as they climb on top of the mountain, are they going on top of the mountain to see the other part of the mountain? Why are they climbing? Because climbing itself is enjoyment for them, right? If I don't enjoy climbing the mountain, will I climb on top of the mountain? Anyway, you have to come down. Why should I go on top? You will think. Correct? A risky car chasing the car. Why am I doing it? Because I am enjoying it. If you don't enjoy every moment, see, there is a beautiful concept of risk, accident and entertainment. Oh, I am enjoying. I am crazy about driving. You are crazy about driving? If some accident happens, it's part of the craziness, right? Understood? So one is enjoyment and risk associated with that. The other one is actually my thrill. So every thrilling experience has got a problem with it. Every facility, assume that I am buying a car. When I buy, my car can have trouble. In the center of the road, the trouble comes, what do I do? So every facility comes to you with a danger associated with that. But assume I don't buy a car, I can take a taxi. Then when I am taking taxi also, as an individual, I am getting into a risk. Better is public transport. So that there are a lot of people who share this is what the world is. I want to take a government job. It's like a public transport. Everybody is there inside. It goes slow. It stops everywhere. It doesn't, but cost effective. But then who is going to be inventors here? A risky driver is an inventor. Got it? For which you need, the other day when we were having a satsang, Dharma asked a question. Dharma from America was asking me, do DrTPS keep on saying, let go, let go? Do you take it very casual? I asked him a question back. When I went to America, we were driving to Niagara from Columbus. I don't even have a license. My license, Indian license got expired. But still I told him, Dharma, I will drive. Where? Never I drove in American road. And you have to drive in what speed? 200 km per hour. Not miles per hour. I was driving. He said not, let it go. Ponal pogattum poda. That is the style in which we drive. Got it? But then after that, yesterday I got a better idea. Let it go is not that. Let go, let God. Leave it to God. That is the risk you should have. Understood? So if you don't enjoy, if you don't take it, that risk you don't take, you don't enjoy life. That's part of every thrill which you get into. And in fact, when we drove and reached New York, we identified Dharma's car doesn't have a lock. Can you imagine in New York we are parking a car without a lock? Then I said, only we two know that there is no lock. Others, thief may not know. No, so it doesn't matter. Keep it there. But do you think we did not sleep well? We slept well. Some people don't get sleep. No, that should not be there. You take it as a risk. You enjoy it. That needs a lot of courage. You need good satsang. You need good people around. Assume that the other fellow, you have seen Malayalam, you are a Malayali, right? In some of the in some of the movie, Jagati is a character. When somebody were missing, immediately you will say, yeah, it's similar thing happened in earlier, not 10 years back. Next day, the dead body was seen there. So people keep a lot of talking to horrify the situation. Jagati is a beautiful character in that, Jagdish. He makes a lot of people to worry with the dialogues like this. If you don't have such people around you, then you become courageous. Such people are there, you will become fearful. So keep them away. That's what is essential. Good question.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, I am Dilip Kumar. I am an electronics student from MBITS.
Yeah, Dilip. Where are you from, Dilip?
I am from Kerala, sir.
Same institute, MBIT.
Yes, same institute, MBITS. I am an electronics student.
Okay.
Sir, my question is, if I am going to start a business, say it's about electronics.
Yeah.
My goal is to make something new or make something that is useful for me in some time. And if I want to make that product as a commercial product, what are the things that I should consider, and what are the things that I can consider after my business get a better start?
See, it all depends on what and how long your product is going to be in market. If I don't know, have you seen the bridge construction, and there is a board which writes when the project starts, when the project ends. That is called project planning. If you don't have a project plan, this question cannot be answered, because the market keeps changing. That's what I was talking to Ganesh also. Some people know there is a project plan and I have got this much time, and they will take pressure at the end of the project. Then it becomes really difficult. So you should have a prototyping. You should have a real design thinking. Have you gone about the design thinking aspects of product development?
No, sir.
Yeah, there are few lectures of DrTPS on design thinking aspects. How design thinking aspect has to built into your product design. And in that, how are you going to get the feedback? How do you make the prototype for people to check and accept? A small thing to a bigger thing. There are a lot of steps in which you have to plan. That's called the project planning. The project planning is perfect. The targeting each step by step, the moments, the improving the life cycle of the product. That's called the life cycle of the product, which is not comfortably simple with all your controlling factors. Market is a control, finance is a control, expertise is a control, your skill is a control. All factors are put together. You will not be able to predict what will happen to my product after I develop. So that is essential to have step by step writing down. This is what I wanted to do. This is where I will start. This is where the controlling parameters which will come into between, which will involve, there are different M's in business: man, mission, money, market. All that has to be under your comfortable zone. So understand that comfort in which you are sitting. Understand how much money you want to invest, whether you have got that much money, when is it going to come. That is what is called a project plan. So that project planning, technology management planning, without less pressure. Pressure will be there, but too much of pressure is a problem. You must feel the pressure, but not too much of pressure. With that, make a real performance pattern with a good design planning. Whether you want to do yourself, whether you want a team program, whether you want your product, productivity, distribution, idea from different people have to be implemented. All that should be put into packaging. That's called the packaging of your product. It needs forming your idea, And then if similar ideas are there with one or two people, maybe your colleagues or friends or who contribute, who are competitors, storm with them, storming with them, and then create your documentation and then do it. Then it will become successful. Okay.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah.
Sir,
Yeah.
DrTPS.
Namaste.
I have a question. Namaste.
Who is
I am
that?
Kanagaratnam.
Yeah, Kanagaratnam. From where?
From Tamil Nadu, from Chennai,
Yeah.
from Savita Engineering College.
Good.
Okay, I am a faculty here,
Yeah.
and actually we have an entrepreneurship cell here.
Yeah.
Actually, I joined recently. I am
Yeah.
new to academics also.
Okay.
So we have an entrepreneurship cell. Can
Yeah.
you suggest some plan, like how to motivate students
Beautiful question.
take up entrepreneurship after their bachelor's degree?
Yeah, beautiful question. Actually, it is not after bachelor's degree you take up entrepreneurship. While in academics they have a good relationship. Best is to create a team inside your college with some people who wanted to do similar things. So what do? I ask a few people to write down which are all the different areas in which you wanted to work. What is your expertise? What is that you need with your other people who can also contribute to your projects? Identify different items which needs to be understood. And then how do you make the trust in between those people with good communication, supporting each other, creating a team, participating each other, and with those participation together with a very specific idea, what innovation, not necessarily innovation, discovery, all these are bigger words. I keep saying that it's all not required. Actually, improvisation is good enough. Small change in some of the product which will become much useful than its original identified use. That's called improvisation. That improvisation, how do you make this improvisation? Is a big question. That is essential. I will give a small example. See, for example, this is a water bottle in which when I press here, the top is open. But then the problem is, if I keep it somewhere by mistake, somebody presses it like this, the whole water will go out. Because naturally when I pack, when I put in my car, somebody can just press it here or some item can come and press here, the water will go waste. So I am sure this is a small lid which is given to lock it. So even if I press, it will not go. So this is an improvisation on the technology. Are you seeing this? This is a small improvisation.
Yes, can you?
This is a small improvisation which made this product much useful than the original. I am sure manufacturer would not have even thought about it. When you put, this is what is design thinking. After making a product, you give it to few people. Ask them to look at it. Now when you look at this product, you can see there is a closure here, but it has got a beautiful bush. And that bush goes inside and then close it totally. It will become airproof. So even temperature will stay there. So these are all small improvisations. Look at all the products around and ask them to write some improvisation possible, which product you have seen, gather them and ask them to discuss and come back and make some presentations. And that presentation, people with a good idea must be able to suggest to them, improvise it further. Lot of such webinars, discussions, digital platform. Today we have lot of time. Ask children at least once in a week, have the team presentations. That is the greatest motivation you can give. You can see lot of children will come. Savita Engineering College will become a place of lot of idea generation. Don't think when I discuss the idea, somebody will steal it and go. No problem. A person who has got idea will keep on creating idea. Understood? If you are into such an environment, ideas will keep coming. Beautiful question. This is how it should happen.
Do we have to direct them that, like, they are under different specialization.
See,
So
it all depends on. See, today there is nothing called one single specialization which can produce some
yeah,
product. See, for example, if I want a recorder to be produced, I need a battery, electric charger. That's electrical engineering. I need a display. That is electronics and image. Got it? So there are a lot of technology which needs to be understood together. Chemistry required, physics required. So it doesn't matter from which group they come to. Assume you want to construct a house. Only carpenter cannot do it, right? Assume you wanted to start any business today. You need lot of different. It all depends on what product they want to come out. But you need to have a high creative. These discussions are much better than these dialogues. Is much better than anything else in this world. Today or tomorrow they will tell, yeah, I had a teacher like Kanagaratnam who initiated these discussions and that gave us lot of ideas. They may not be able to do it today, but tomorrow they will do it. So this is the time when they are with you. That is what is essential. Use them and give them as much ideas as you can. Create a small group. We could have a very, very, very brainstorming dialogue. Yeah.
sure. Thank you, sir.
All the best. God bless you.
Sir, and I have another question.
Yeah.
Like, this is regarding, you see, we face some loss,
Yeah.
financial loss.
Yeah.
How to overcome, or if that financial loss is beyond our limit or something like that, how to overcome and how to move on to the next, like,
Kanagaratnam, are you bigger or your money is bigger? Generally we keep saying, I am in a big problem. What do we say in English? I am in a big problem. So that means your problem is bigger, you are inside that. I am in a big problem. Is there any problem in your life which is bigger than you?
we feel that it is bigger than
Yeah, we feel. That is a feeling.
feeling.
So if you can come out that feeling, then the problem becomes smaller, you become bigger. In fact, all of us are much bigger than our problems. There is no problem which is bigger than DrTPS for me. I am bigger than any problem which comes to me. I don't think I will get a problem like Taliban is having today. Because I am not there. For that person who created that problem, for him that is a small problem. Now he has a bigger problem. To form a government is a bigger problem. But that problem is also not bigger for him because that problem is in him. So whichever smaller or bigger, the problem depends on the person who handles it. So I don't think anybody in this world has a problem which is bigger than them. If you have grown to big problem, that means you have grown bigger than that. Have you seen that movie where the aircraft manufacturing business which he did? Tamil movie.
Yes.
Which
Surya.
movie?
Surya acted. Yes, it is like a real movie.
Yeah, why are you... Which movie?
I'm not able to get the movie.
Yeah. Even with the name, she is not able to catch. Surya? Yeah, that's what I just want her to repeat it. Did he had sufficient money to start the project? No. Did he had problems? Why are such movies are made? That is the most motivational thing. See, there are two things. When we become possibly bigger and bigger and bigger, we think that the problem is big only when become too selfish. You have become selfless service to people. The world will be behind you to support you. Charity, forgiveness, compassion with selfless service gives you happiness. You may not become rich. Richness is not counted by the money which we have. Richness is counted by how many people are there around you who are ready to support you. That richness is there in you, I am sure people will come. So don't worry about the materialistic problems around you, provided you have that good heart. The heart should become much bigger. In any problem, sometimes there is a win-win situation. There is a winning and losing. There is a losing and winning. But you should never have that lose-lose situation. What is lose-lose situation? I wrote a beautiful poetry. My life, thinking that I will have to become rich, I left my life and then later I become, this is the book, Rhythm of Life. I'll tell you which poetry is that. But then later I realized, I need someone that is more essential. I think it's not than that. It is in this point. I need someone. I need someone when the whole world is not around me. We want one person with me to learn, to earn, and to attain fame. I desert it all. Then even if you get big awards, nobody will care. If you don't desert all of them, that's what I was giving a suggestion to Ganesha. Don't get angry to anybody, take them along with them. Everyone should be along with you, so that you will not be left, lost will not happen to you. That is what is essential. So you have, the whole world will be beside you, provided you have done something good to somebody else around you. If they are not there, then you will start fearing, oh, I am in loss, I lost everything. No such a situation will impact, provided you are a real social being, and human beings are social beings, and world is so vast, people are so many. I think in this world everybody is helping each other. You are good, the help will come to you.
Sir, my name is Ashwin.
Where are you? There are 8 screens. So if you speak, your video will come to my first screen. Otherwise, I will have to jump and see where.
Sir, Sir, my name is Ashwin. I am also from MBITS. My question is, do political parties have a role in business? If yes, whether it is positive or negative?
Definitely, you are talking about the assembly politics who is ruling the state and the country, or internally in the organization, lot of politics.
No, assembly.
Yeah, the political leadership. Definitely they are the people who make policies. There are the people who are much more powerful than the administrative people who are supposed to control. Therefore, definitely the politicians will have a role. They will start disturbing. They will show their power. So it is not that easy. Most of the time you don't know how to tackle with them. Therefore, what can be done? Assume that you are doing this under an academic institution, under somebody who is already established. You will not have to face such problems, because as a student you don't have to think about that and worry about it, provided you are doing it under one umbrella which is already well accustomed with understanding the politics of the local place. So that is what is to be done. Don't get into uncomfortable situations. Best thing is to give that uncomfortable situation and pressure. For performing under pressure is a big tactics that as children, as students, very difficult to handle. So best thing is to give them those problems to be handled by people who are already in market, That's why most of the entrepreneurship cell need to be under an institution, under somebody else. Assume that you want to make a motorbike and then show. You want to drive it. Good enough. The police can come and catch you on the way. Unless you know the practicability of taking licenses, all that you need. Assume that you want to make a drone experiment. You start flying the drone, immediately somebody will come and catch you. So you need to have so many licenses, so many production controls which needs to be satisfied. So all these can be taken care of when you do it under one umbrella. So that is why you need to create such academic institution umbrella or industry umbrella or maybe some association wherein most of the people. See, for example, MBIT under Dr. Sojan, I am sure his alumni students will have in police, his alumni students will be in administration, they will be in politics, they will be in judiciary. So one call is good enough. That's how people do. So it's always taken care of by institutional activities. So you should get associated with such institution to start with your program, then learn all these experiences. That's much better, especially in Kerala.
Sir.
Namaste.
Sir, when we are doing the research, we'll get we have an option of literature review.
Yeah.
So how, in the business, how we will know that somebody else is parallelly doing the same time? So how we will get the information?
That is what I was telling about the mission. I am sure when I am doing something, definitely we keep in most of the tech fest in colleges. What do? We ask competitions. Why do people appear for competitions? So we know there are some more people working in the same line. We like to collaborate with them. And lot of webinars and seminars. In more than literature survey, a researcher has to attend a lot of seminars, conferences. That is where we keep collaboration. When we know this person is working in this field, we look at his publication and then follow. So similarly, when we go to such competitions, assume you have a product and you wanted to see that how many people are in that competition. What is to be done is in your college, create a competition specific to that your equivalent product so that the whole world people will come and you have to market it so that many people will come for presentation. So you know who are all there, right? That is what is generally done in colleges. I did a lot of such programs for many colleges in Kerala also. When they have 50th celebration, 25-year celebration and all that, I used to be a part of it, get from different places and then come. That's the best thing to be done. And we know a lot of people are there in industry in similar line. Go and connect with them and tell them we are also doing similar product. You sponsor the program so that you will also get a research done by many people parallelly in your line. That's how we collaborate with industries. Okay. And once you have done already such things, you have already got the recognition. That is good enough. And another method is, today television is there, press is there, so many people advertise themselves. We have got a Mohan in here, I think Mohan Cars in Hyderabad. He is fond of making cars. In what shape? He has a car with a cucumber shape, carrot shape. It looks like a big carrot is moving on the road. Watermelon, robot, so many things. So it looks beautiful and he makes her on the road show. And that road show will attract a lot of people. Now he has got some 30-40 cars and he has got a beautiful park. Don't worry that when I am showing this, other people also will make. Let them also make. What is wrong? You have to be competitive. Don't have to hide. If anybody is trying, assume that I write a poetry and if I don't publish, what is the beautiful poetry? What is the purpose of it? Don't think that no, if somebody copies, what will happen? Let somebody copy. I will write another poetry. So that's what I'm saying. That courage you should have. Collaboration is very, very essential to sharpen, to smooth to create your target audience, to understand where is it useful, who are the people who are really doing it. Claiming and disclaiming both are required. Okay, otherwise you will sometimes make a false claim. Oh, mine is the only product. After claiming, somebody will say we already done it 10 years back. So you need to advertise. Very, very essential. Good question. Wonderful question. Yeah.
Can you tell your
Audio is cut.
your design?
Design thinking. Yeah, design thinking is, assume that I wanted to make a product. I want to make a mobile phone. So what do we do? Actually, this cover was lost. It's an old phone, but it doesn't look old, right? It looks a beautiful scene. Yes or no? You will not get this cover anywhere. Actually, this is a cellotape which I pasted here to make it beautiful. So if it is a plain thing, it will not look good. So how does it make it beautiful? I just got on my hand, that's it. Assume that I want to make a small fan. This is somebody's, not I did not purchase. How is it the design thinking? See, where do I keep it is a big problem. So it has got a clip also along with it. So I can clip it anywhere. I can also clip it along with the wall, along with my desk. If I am sitting somewhere, I can immediately clip it here on my table. So this is a small design. So what is design? How do you make a product which is more acceptable, more convenient, more user friendly, less of mistakes? Abaddam should not be there. A design thinking for a door is very, very essential. You have a glass door. How do I know the glass door is to be pulled or pushed? See, I showed like this, whether it is to be pulled or pushed. See, I am holding the hand. You will never pull like this, because when you pull like this, your back of your hand will touch your body. So pulling is always vertical handle. Pushing is always horizontal handle. That is design. That is design thinking. But you don't see this in practice. You will see they put always vertical, either it is pull or push. And in such doors, you can see most of the time, instead of pulling, they push it and then immediately they will go and hit the head. That is not conveniently made. So what is conveniently made, user friendly made, in ease you can use it, that is called user friendly. I don't know whether you heard this. Now the whole world people are marketing lungi, the most user friendly dress in the world, for everyone. Got it? So, and Tamil people actually stitch it together. Karnataka, Tamil, Andhra, they make it round like dhoti is roundable. So you need not use only one side. No, anywhere you can round it, rotate it. I will send a beautiful advertisement of it. You want to change your dress? Lungi is the best one. You want to use it as collecting some item and then doing? Lungi is the best. You want to use it as a bed sheet? Lungi is the best. See, what a user friendly item is that. Any other dress cannot be used. When you are feeling cold, you can cover it. When you are feeling hot, you can remove it. So easy, no? These are all user friendly things. What is good for you, which is designed with a lot of ease in use, is called the design thinking. I don't know whether earlier I gave an example of floppy, the traditional floppy. The floppy has got a round magnetic tape which is put inside. Actually, data storage is done inside the round tape. And basic mathematics says round can be encompassed with a square. But floppy is never made a square, it is made a rectangle. Why is it made a rectangle? Because if it is square, I can insert like this, reverse all the sides. So 8 variety I can insert inside the disc, the female disc. So when I insert it 8 times, all 7 is wrong, only 1 is perfect, because the reader is only there. Otherwise I have to be very carefully looking at it for insertion. So what is done? Just changed the size from square to rectangle. 4 mistakes are reduced. So 3 mistakes only will happen. Only 1 right, 3 mistakes. And after that what he did? End he did a cut. So that cut is to make sure you will insert only 1 step. Similarly, when you have a, I don't know how many people know, when you insert this cord, you don't have to look at whether it is to be inserted like this or like this. Always the hollow part is on the top. That's how the male is designed. What is design thinking? So I am sure anybody who is very, very creative generally looks at different methodology in which he can. Yeah, so it is easy for people to understand what is convenient as a product, and that is how it is created. So easy usage is what is essential. Yeah.
I think if there is a otherwise we'll do concluding remarks.
Yeah.
Anuja.
So Mahesh, thank you for making this happen.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Good. We had good interaction. So your timely, communication and all that happened. So much gladful on this.
Thank you, sir.
Good.
Within MBITS as well.
Good. Good.
Thank you all the participants, and thank you everyone once again for making it a great success. Have a nice day. Stay home, stay safe.
Thank you, dear.
Hope we'll meet once again.
Thank you. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Sojanji. Again.